And welcome back to Hannity. While the Obama administration and those on the left want to restrict the right of gun owners all across the country, we have surveillance video that every American needs to see, and it comes to us tonight from Michigan. Take a look at this video. According to police, a couple wielding guns entered a home tax preparation business, but little did they know that the security guard had an AR-15 on him, and he was able to get off 2 shots, forcing the intruders to flee. Now, had the business not been armed, this could have been a very different situation. Joining us now with reaction, author of At the Brink, Will Obama Push Us Over the Edge? John Lott, his last book, More Guns, Less Crime. And you deal with the issue again in this book, although it's a little broader.
Right. Well, obviously, there's a lot of debate about guns going on right now, and it's part of the legacy that Obama's going to be leaving us with. Not only the damage that he's doing to the economy, but unfortunately, maybe the damage he does to people's ability to defend themselves.
That's true. You know, you said you were at the University of Chicago for how long?
I was there for 5 years.
How many times did you run into Obama?
Ran into him probably about 20 times.
Okay, and you described a conversation to me once. I think it was the first time you met him.
Right.
And he said, "Oh, you're the gun guy."
Right. Yeah, I went up, introduced myself. He said, "Oh, you're the gun guy." And I said, "Yeah, I guess so." And he said, "I don't believe people should be able to own guns."
Whoa. He said people should not be able to own guns.
That's right. And I had heard that he had been working with the suit against the gun makers that the city of Chicago had, and also the Joyce Foundation. I said, well, maybe we get together and have lunch sometime to talk about it. And he just kind of wrinkled his face and turned around and walked away, and that was the end of our first conversation. That's, to be honest, the way most of our conversations were. They were very short. And as soon as we started talking, he'd turn around and walk away, wouldn't shake hands. You know, I'm used to having a lot of academics who would disagree with me on lots of things, but being an academic, people usually liked arguing or talking about it. And the thing that really struck out to me about Barack was that he didn't seem to really enjoy talking to people, particularly those who disagreed with him. And it's not just he disagreed with me. I really got the impression that he thought I was somehow evil for having the views that I did on guns.
You take a broader context. People know you for the gun issue here, but it's deeper than that as it relates to Obama. What are you trying to convey?
Well, I think we're having a lot of damage done to the country, not only in terms of health care, but in terms of the economy. I mean, we have public debts about $200,000 per family of 4 right now, federal debt. You have, we've been in a situation where we have huge increases in government spending, big debt, and the only thing that we've gotten out of it, and I think definitely caused by it, is much slower growth and weaker employment growth.
How do you relate this to the person that you knew, met, and had 20 encounters with when you were at the University of Chicago?
Well, I think he's a true believer. I mean, I think he's somebody who really believes in left-wing type things, and I think his goal is to change the United States. I don't think he can, you know, there was a question during the 2008 campaign which I think it was Charlie Gibson asked him about capital gains taxes and whether or not he'd be in favor of increasing them even if it would reduce revenue. And he said that he was. And I think it's that kind of goal about some type of outcome other than raising money or accomplishing the types of things most people would think you would get out of taxes, just to kind of punish or take away money from certain groups of people, that motivates them.
Everyone that argues on the left about guns always says, well, if you have a gun in your house, it's more likely to be used against you or your family. Right. You debunk that lie.
Right. Well, there are lots of problems with it. And I think that bothers me the most about it is it actually endangers people's lives to make them scared unnecessarily of guns. But there's some studies done by public health researchers, and what they do is they'll look at a city and find people who died in or near a home, and then they'll ask people, was a gun owned in the home? And then they'll assume if you died from a gunshot and a gun that was owned there, then it was that gun that did the death. When people have gone back and looked at that, the 444 homicides they had, only 8 were actually due to the gun that was in the home. The other 400
are the perpetrators.
Right. But they were being blamed, but the research blamed the gun outside the home. I mean, in the home for the death from outside.
Great new book. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Good to see you.